So since doing a video about mining in Utgard Keep as a rogue at level 70, many of you asked about herbalism. So I'm going to show you two places in this video today, and one of them I don't like and one of them is absolutely amazing. So we'll start with the one that I'm not that fond of straight away, which is the Nexus. Now you can do each Nexus run in about 2 minutes max. So obviously this video is aimed at people that have got a rogue on a second account that's herbalism and mining, and all you intend on doing is getting locked out as quickly as possible and then going back to your main. This is the whole purpose of stealth farming. It's not meant to be an amazing way to get loads and loads of them in an hour. It's a way to get loads of them in a real short space of time and not have to waste too much time, if you know what I mean. So you could fly around for an hour and get more than this, obviously. But in 5 minutes, when we get to the second area, in literally 5 minutes, you can be capped on instances that you can walk in and you'll get a stack of herbs. That is not this one, however, and this is a prime example of why I don't like the Nexus. If you come in and one of them's behind one of these big guys, you just cannot get it. If you've got really, really amazing gear, then you might even be able to kill these elites. I haven't got amazing gear, and I just get absolutely crushed most of the time, even when using cooldowns. If you wonder why I just stood there continuing to try and hurt, it's because I cannot kill them, so I went for luck instead. So what I soon realised was the best way to do this is just to try and get in, get one at the minimum, preferably two, and get out. If you use sprint right at the start, you can avoid all of these mobs. You will not aggro anything. You don't need to stealth until you get into the actual room or corridor that we're going for. Now, this is an example of an ideal situation. What you'll start to notice when you start doing these runs more often is you'll know just by the location on the minimap where the herb is, whether you're going to have access to it or not. So if you look on the minimap and you know they're guarded by the big giants, you can run straight back out and reset and go again. The thing is, these are all frozen herbs. So frozen herbs only contain one physical herb, and that one had a gold clover. Now, if you was to get gold clover out in the open world, you'd get 2 or 3. Well, I think it's like between 1 and 3. But ordinarily, you get more than 1. But in here, because they're frozen herbs, you only ever get 1 at a time. So they're quite stingy, which if you was to do 5 runs in here or something, and you literally have just spent, I don't know, 10 minutes on average, I would say, to do 5 runs, and you only get half of the herbs, and that's only 5 herbs, literally just 5 herbs. So yes, you can stealth run it, but it's nowhere near as good as where we're going to talk about next, which is Azjol-Nerub. And you're probably thinking, that's so small and you can't get anywhere past the first room. Why would you want to do that? That's exactly why. There's always a herb in the first room. And no matter what location it's in, you can always get to it. And you can physically run in, get a herb in 30 seconds, then spend 20 seconds logging out, reset it, you're back at the start. Or just run out. For the sake of that extra 10, 15 seconds running out, just run out. I was a bit unlucky here, getting loads and loads of herb and gathering foul rubbish. Grr. But I was physically seeing how quick I could get locked out using sprint, using preparation to sprint again, you know, just trying to spread them out across each run. And actually, it only took about 5 minutes before I was fully locked and I'd have to wait again, you know, wait about an hour. But it's 5 guaranteed herbs in 5 minutes. There is nowhere you can go where you can guarantee 5 herbs in 5 minutes. I, for a bit of fun, timed how long it took me to get from Borean Tundra to actually get to Azjol-Nerub and see how many herbs I saw along the way on a dead beta server. I saw 1 in 4 minutes. This is the scariest one in here, but you have to commit and know it's not going to go wrong. So either the herb is here, and as long as you just wait for that mob just to look away from you, you're basically line of sighting him behind this ledge. So you can get this. And this is the only 2 locations I've seen them spawn. The one that you saw in the first run where it was just sort of as you go in and on the right. And then there's the one that's right next to the boss's ads there. Now, as I say, both of these are absolutely fine. There's none that I've seen so far in any dodgy location where you physically can't get it as a level 70 rogue. But if you've got a 70 rogue on another account, or even on the same account, it doesn't really matter, but it's just better on another account, because literally you could just go and do this run 5 times in 5 minutes whilst you're on a boat or whilst you're on a flight path on your main. So you literally can be guaranteeing 5 herbs an hour. And if you don't tell me that you have 5 minutes downtime at some point whilst you're on your character, you know, even if it's while you're waiting for a summon or something like that to, you know, a heroic, or I don't know, if you're waiting for a raid to form, there's loads of opportunities where you could quickly bounce on your rogue, do 5 runs, get 5 decent herbs. So it's not frozen herbs when you only get 1. Some of these are given, like you can see here, from that one, I got 2 Tiger's Lily and a crystallized life. So this is also a fantastic way to get eternal life very, very easily. And you've got to remember, even though these are not the highest level herbs, you're only level 70. You can get this character ready now, before Wrath of the Lich King even comes out. Get yourself a rogue, get it with maxed herbalism just to do this, and you'll be able to mill all these herbs, or get someone to mill them for you, just to help towards getting that Dark Moon card greatness. So overall, that's it. Nexus, no. Azjol-Nerub, definitely yes. I've also been to Old Kingdom, and I do plan on going and having a look at Drakfaron Keep, but I think at level 70, that's going to be a little bit too much. I would say out of the two, after spending around about 3 hours in Nexus, just making sure I had everything down as good as it could be, versus Azjol-Nerub, it's a no-brainer. As always, if you found this useful, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and roll the outro. There's lots of ways you can support the channel to keep me here putting out World of Warcraft content and covering all future MMOs. Consider joining the channel as a member. You get access to emotes, everyone will know you're a member when you comment on future videos because you get a nice icon next to your name, and you get access to members-only videos, which I'll be putting a lot of on the channel throughout the year. Additionally, there's a Patreon link in the description as well. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you on the next one.